Despite Microsoft raking in a staggering $25.8 billion in net income in Q1, it is laying off 9,100 employees. Most of them are from its Xbox gaming division, and among the biggest casualties, Turn 10 Studios, the developers behind Forza Motorsport. So in today's video, we will look into what's going on with Forza Motorsport's developer, and what is next for Turn 10 Studios. You may get a little angry. Turn 10 was once a pillar of the racing game genre. From the early days of Forza Motorsport on the Xbox to the legendary Forza Motorsport 4, arguably one of the greatest racing games of all time, they helped shape what console racing should be about. They brought innovations that became industry standards, detailed livery editors, seamless online play, and immersive experiences like Forza Vista that made car culture accessible to everyone. But the recent Forza Motorsport reboot didn't just miss the mark, it was, to quite a lot of players, a huge letdown. At launch, it was riddled with issues: off-putting visuals, a controversial car upgrade system, and a career mode built around limited time events that screamed FOMO. Fans left alienated, and while Turn 10 did start to fix many of these problems, revamping the AI, improving progression, and steering away from the timed events, it seemed like it was all just too little too late. But behind the scenes, things were unravelling. Reports have now suggested that up to 70 employees at Turn 10 have been laid off. That is half its workforce. Neither Microsoft nor Turn 10 have commented officially, but the writing is on the wall. Whoever is left at the studio will be keeping the current game up and running and on live support. And let's be honest here, you can sort of see Microsoft's frustration. If you're not already playing Forza Motorsport now, you're not exactly going to start. Its peak player count on Steam was just 1,290 players in the last 24 hours, compared to Forza Horizon 5 pulling over 22,000 during the same period. Now I understand that most of the Forza Motorsport players are playing the game via Game Pass rather than playing on Steam, but even at that, Horizon still completely dwarfs Motorsport, as it is a much more accessible racing game to a lot of players. Despite record-breaking earnings, Microsoft is tightening its belt in gaming. Why? Because apparently AI is the new cash cow now, and racing games don't fit into that vision. So while Forza Motorsport is quietly being canned, Turn 10 has been downsized and it'll become a support studio for Forza Horizon. And while Horizon is undoubtedly a good game, it's no replacement for Motorsport. It's not even the same type of racing game. One is an arcade escapism, the other is Motorsport heritage. It's a more sensible track racer, whereas Horizon is a bit more aimed at fun. With this shift, that does leave the racing game genre in quite a lot of bother. They're losing a massive name here, and any sense of balance in the genre has been completely lost. So where does that leave you if you're a sim racer? Well, if you're on PC, which you likely are, you can still play Assetto Corsa Evo, but it's still way off an official release. Le Mans Ultimate is getting new updates, so the potential is definitely there. And if you want to sacrifice your mortgage for a racing game, you can always play iRacing. But bear in mind that Project Motor Racing is around the corner as well. But if you're a console player, especially on PlayStation, Gran Turismo 7 now stands in a class of its own, with no real competition for Xbox anymore. Gran Turismo 7 is now the go-to for our console sim kit experience. Although some of the games that I mentioned previously will be available on consoles as well, it is now a strange new world that Sony is now the only serious offering on track if you want a console sim kit experience. And Gran Turismo 7 has not been without its issues. It's hard to say where Microsoft's long-term plan for racing games is right now, but it looks like that the Motorsport brand is being completely parked, if not completely canned. We will get another Horizon in 2026, but it is one thing that is for sure, that the age of Forza Motorsport is likely over. And to a lot of players, that stings. Not just because of the nostalgia, but because Turn 10's presence validated racing sims in the mainstream. It made our niche feel a lot more important. Losing that, especially in such a cold corporate way, feels like a slap in the face in the fanbase. That stuck around through every update, patch and misstep. If you are a die-hard console player and you want this gap to be filled, you're gonna have to buy a PlayStation now. So what's next? This may be an opportunity or a wake-up call for other studios, with Turn 10 going out of the way, that there is now a new gap in the market, the size of the Nordschleife. But who's going to fill it? Maybe it's time for Kunos to step in. Or maybe, just maybe, Polyphony will finally bring Gran Turismo to PC. Or potentially a new indie developer will come in that we have never heard of before, but they will be set to do great things. But until then, let's pour one out for Forza Motorsport, not just because it was perfect, but they tried. And that's what mattered. It made several other franchises increase their standards, increase their determination, and increase their product, so we all got better games as a result. And because in its prime it gave us some of the best digital racing memories we'll ever have, we would like to thank Forza Motorsport. And so, what do you think? Which Forza Motorsport was your favourite, and what's your favourite Forza memory? Let us know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Hit that bell icon as well, so you don't miss another upload. And finally, thank you all so much for watching, hope to see you all very soon.